Hello, and welcome to another episode of No Small Roles, a D&D podcast where there are no small roles and no good reason to punch an old half-orc lady in the neck.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
Darrel with his face in his hand.
I'm David Knight, your Dungeon Master. I'm joined by these people I found under my bed, so say hi everyone.
Hello.
We rolled really bad on our stealth to hide.
Well, we can't afford rent in London anymore, so we have to live under baby David's bed.
But we're all socially distancing underneath the bed.
It's very impressive how you can do that.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've got an idea.
Oh, yeah.
Let's cue the theme tune.
Yeah!
Prepare your party of players and polyhedral dice. Your tragic backstory better be worth the sacrifice. Seize your sheets and D20. Let's play D&D. Your haggard characters, swaggers with daggers in each hand. You've all discussed what you must, but even better laid plans. Take a turn when checks are missed.
Roll initiative. Brandish your blades. Don't fail your saves. No risk too great, no choice to roll. This is your story. No guts, no glory. Confront your fate with every roll. Every roll.
Rises inside, one who will pay the price. Their chance of success will rest upon the dice. No risk too great, no choice too bold. This is No Small Roles.
After luncheon at the Vondel Manor, Gwendellyn, Enkidu and Gaius went for a tour of the estate, with Gwendolyn convincing Trimpt to divulge that the folly is in fact a cover for a safe haven, a bunker ready for coming danger. Using the excuse of delivering a tray of food back in the house to young Oskin, Orryn and Juna snuck into Lady Vondel's study and attempted to use the divination table they found inside. Orryn seemed to activate it and assumed that he and Juna had jumped 24 hours into the future. There was no evidence to suggest that. They were convinced. Back outside, Lady Vondel collapsed and was carried inside by Enkidu and Gaius.
Very kindly.
Very nicely. Gwen used the opportunity to convince Trimpt to show her the bunker itself, and he shared that the password was disaster. With Jazana's direction, Enkidu carried Lady Vondel to her bedroom, with the others joining, and at a moment of sheer chaoticness, Enkidu karate chopped the cook in the neck. She set off an alarm, and the whole party were quickly sent off the estate. Then heading back to the knocking point, they found a small crowd led by Iris, the tavern keeper, arguing with the captain of the guard, demanding to know about the missing doctor. And that's where we pick it up. So you're all walking through the town, there's a small crowd there. Iris is like, yeah, what is... You can't be telling us... You're keeping something like that from the townspeople, Stallen. It's ridiculous. What have you got to say for yourself? And Captain Stallen, sort of dark walnut skin, little grey moustache, bald head, just says... We didn't want to cause the kind of panic that seems to be happening now, so don't worry, we are looking into it, but unfortunately the current leads seem to suggest that she headed into the woods. And at that, the crowd kind of goes quiet, and he says, well, yes, exactly. Now, of course, we're all worried, but let's not cause too much panic. Is there anything else?
I also heard that there's some crazy energy going around that's sending people crazy and attacking other people for no good reason.
The entire crowd.
This is all clearly connected.
The whole crowd's looking over. The captain goes, hello, who are you?
Guy thought on his feet and is now immediately regretting it. I am just a humble bard, good sir, and I have noticed a lot of unusual, strange happenings in the town of late. Disappearing people, bizarre behavior going on from the people in the manor. And also, I've noticed a few random acts of violence against people, and that is totally plausible and should not be, that no single person should be singled out for this. It's clearly a symptom of all the evil magic that's been going on with this disappearing brewery and the disappearing people. My God.
The crowd silently turns their head back to the captain, and he's like, "Now, there's no need to connect all of these things. We've got no reason to believe that any of this is connected. I'm not sure who you are or what you're talking about with this spreading madness, but there's no need to whip up more drama, more worry in people."
Excuse me, has anybody seen Dravana? I can never say her name. What's her name?
Drania.
Excuse me, has anybody seen Drania Pine? I know that she might have gone missing as well, just to check that you're checking where she is.
They're sort of muttering in the crowd. Captain Storlin, he says, "We've got no reason to believe that she's missing. Why? Why would you think this?"
Because I walked past the Plenty store earlier and she wasn't in. Apparently she always opens. And Jenny said that she hadn't been around, so I just thought you better check, that's all.
Would you like to make a report?
Enkidu pops up and says, "Yes, I would like to make a report. And I look at Gaius, if my colleague is allowed to come with me to make this report."
Yes. I love reports.
Well, yes. If you feel that there is a crime for us to look into, then please come in. But everybody else, please just get back to your business. We really do have a lot of work, as has been mentioned, with the missing breweries, with the doctor heading out into the woods, with apparently more people going mad and going missing. We are small in number, but we are doing our best. Understand this.
I kind of wave at Miss Setthorn. I mean, even in Juna and Orryn to I kind of pull pinch my fingers and pull them apart as if to signal a piece of paper, and kind of nod my head towards the captain. Hopefully they get that vague signal.
Can you both make an insight check?
Oh my gosh!
Ben doesn't have a clue. 5.
Oh my gosh.
11?
11. Okay, Juna kind of gets it. What do you mean, Darrel?
22.
The letter
Is it the
we
letter?
found.
Yeah, I was actually thinking of saying I heard Kiris fell off his horse.
But with the captain sort of encouraging everyone else to disperse, the little crowd just start grumbling. Some of them follow Iris as he starts heading back to the knocking point. Do you all head in to the guardhouse, or do you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
The guardhouse.
Can I go and check out the Plenty store and see what's going on there?
Yeah. It's not too far from the guardhouse itself. Captain Storlin isn't expecting you to follow, but he just turns and walks back in. So the rest of you are welcome to sort of walk inside. Gwendolyn, go and make an investigation check.
Gwen, would you like me to come with you?
If you'd like to, it depends. It's not sitting right with me after her not being around this morning.
Yeah, I'll come with you.
Investigation. That's a non-natural 20.
Oh.
Yeah.
Nice. So as you make your way across Servelt Square, the shop is in much the same state as it was in the morning. The door's closed. There's nothing outside. There's no lights inside. Having a quick peek inside with the 20, it doesn't look like there's anything dramatic has happened inside. It doesn't look like it's been robbed. It just looks like it hasn't been opened for the day.
Oh.
You do a quick little roundabout of the house, of the whole building, and you check her door, and it's been locked as well.
Can I try and pick the lock?
You can certainly try, yes.
Cool.
Give it a little thieves' tools check.
Okie dokie.
Does everyone have thieves' tools?
I think so. So, what do I...
So, do you have thieves' tools?
Yeah, I have thieves' tools.
Oh, yeah.
What do I add for my thieves' tools?
So, your proficiency.
My proficiency.
And dex?
And dexterity.
My proficiency and my dex.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, that's 22.
22. Oh, yeah, it's super easy to pick this lock. Yeah. Pop, 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 pop. It opens, and it actually opens to a little stairway that goes straight up to a little flat above the shop. And that is... It's really, old lady-ish. It's the kind of thing that on every table there's almost a knitted rug thrown, a knitted blanket thrown across everything. It's got one of those sort of vibes. Lots of wooden furniture, She's clearly kept some of the stuff from downstairs for herself.
Well, this is beautiful, isn't it?
But again, it doesn't look like anything is out of place. It doesn't look like there's been any altercation in this flat. You have a check through every room. There's no body anywhere or anything like that. Juna, especially, as you saw the doctor's office, which was turfed out, this one doesn't look like it's been touched at all.
Interesting.
This is nothing like what you saw before, then.
No, not at all. It looked like someone was after something that she was doing or chasing her out, whereas this, she's just disappeared into thin air.
Oh, yes. Oh, gosh. Do you know what? I was just suddenly thinking about her and feeling worried about older ladies who might need some help, so it's just weighing on my mind. And
you were you?
Oh, well, considering what just happened, yes. It seems like she's not here. Maybe she did say she had a friend who works out on the farmlands. Perhaps she's gone to visit him because or them. I believe they hadn't come and visited her for a while. Maybe she shut up shop and went to do that for the day. And oh God, I've just gone and broken into somebody's home for no good reason.
It was for a very good reason. You want to check she's all right. Breaking and entering is fine if you're making sure someone's all right, as long as no one knows.
It is?
Yeah.
Right, okay, well, let's just make sure nobody knows.
Just make sure no one knows. It's the important bit.
Deep insight into Juna's character there.
Side note for any No Small Role listeners who are under 18, that is not sound advised, that is encouraged by No Small Roles cast.
That is not a legal thing.
Obviously, if you're over 18, it's fine.
If you're over 18, you make your own choices.
So yeah, the two of you, do you hang around there or do you...
I suppose there's nothing of interest, is there?
Not really, no.
Yes, perhaps let's maybe not tell anybody we did this, and perhaps we can find out where this chorus person lives, and yes, sorry. Let's go.
Don't apologise. You'll be all right.
So you make your way back downstairs, lock up again.
And do we go back past Jenny?
Yes, you would do. Before we get into that, because we know how long that'll take.
Oh my god,
that's the episode sorted then.
Everybody else, Orryn, Enkidu, and Gaius, what are you doing whilst they're going and investigating?
We're going into the police place.
Yeah, following.
You're gonna walk on in. There's actually a Zell on door duty tonight, and obviously Gaius, as you approach, is like, Anan! Anan! What are you doing here?
Hey, my friend here has come to make a report, and I'm just here along for the ride.
All right. Yeah, step on through. I think Sully's on desk. He'll write down whatever you need. What is it? Something juicy?
We have possibly helpful information about the missing doctor.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, you go have a word with him then. You see what? Yeah,
all right.
Okay.
And she sort of like ushers you straight through. You walk through into another just a tiny little room, and it's basically filled with loads of like paperwork down the sides. But there's like one desk in the middle, and Sully is sat there, sort of writing away and like checking other bits of paperwork. As you walk in, as he looks up, he's like, Anon!
Anon.
Oh, right, yeah. Yeah, how's it going? Making a report? What's going on? You've been pissed again?
Well, no one can get pissed at the moment, can they?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Oh, sad times. Times.
Indeed.
How can I help?
We have possibly helpful information about the missing doctor.
Oh, yeah.
I was hoping maybe this will help, and I nod to Orryn, who hopefully has the letter, and not Juna.
I don't think I do. I think Juna's got it, but I could be wrong. Did I have it?
Yeah.
I don't think we necessarily said at any point which one of you did.
Okay.
So you can have it.
Just before Juna left, Juna, give me the letter so I can take it into the police station.
Oh, of course, there you go, Orryn.
Thank you.
That would have been awkward if I'd have forgotten to give that to you, wouldn't it?
Yes, here it is.
So he takes the letter, he opens it, he gives it a good read. He says, "Right, so you think she's gone to her brother's funeral Is that right?
Well, I don't know if she has, because we found this letter and we were trying to give it to her. That's when we found out she wasn't there. So I don't know how she's found out about the funeral.
Oh, okay. So there is a reason for her to be out of town, but you don't know whether or not she knew about the reason for her to be gone.
Yes.
And now she's gone.
Yes, precisely.
Yeah. I was kind of going to hope that you might know a different reason why she might have been gone, but...
well, we can't really talk about Leeds, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's a lovely city, Leeds.
It's maybe where she's gone.
Well, I'll pass this on to the captain, because at the very least, whilst you didn't get any information to her, this letter to her, maybe somebody else did get some notice to her in some way.
Yeah. Has anyone else arrived in town recently that might have been able to bring information like that?
I mean, that's tricky to keep a track of. We get quite a few travellers coming through, heading out to all different places. It's a good rest stop, this town. Now, depending on where it is that she'd be heading to, it might have made sense that she'd head off into the woods. Bit of a shortcut. It's stupid. Everybody knows that it's dangerous out there.
Do you know how many days she's been gone?
I mean, again, we shouldn't really talk about it, but it's been a bit over a week at this point. It's been at least since we noticed.
So she's been gone longer than we've been in possession of this letter. It's been about, check on this, 2 days? We've had this letter for 2 days, right?
Yeah.
So...
Yeah.
He gives it another look again, and there doesn't seem to be any date on this either.
No, we spotted that.
Yeah.
So it could be weeks or months.
Were you sent from wherever this letter's from this Merida?
No, we came across this body. We were travelling from the direction of the woods. We lost our way, found ourselves into this cave, and I gave a knowing look to Orryn, and we found a rotting body with this letter on its person. And we thought we'd come to Tillersham to deliver the news to the doctor.
What was the body like, if you don't mind me asking? Like, was it the doctor herself?
No, it was male from what I could tell, but mostly rotten. It's very difficult to tell.
Yeah, no, she's female-bodied elf. She's actually got one ear half burnt off.
Oh wow!
So it's quite distinctive.
Okay.
But the body didn't match that description.
No,
I don't think so. Did it, DM?
I don't think so. No. Hard to tell with it being so rotted.
Hearing that description of her, that doesn't, just thinking back to the cave, that doesn't match the description of any of the other statues or things that we found in there.
Make a quick history check.
Both of us? Or?
Yeah, you both can, yeah.
14?
Oh, never mind. Yeah, that's a -1. That's a 9.
No. With a 14, you don't recall there being any. I think there was another female elf, but
yeah,
there wasn't. Not with. She had both of her ears, basically.
Yeah.
Like not with that added element.
Yeah.
Is there anything else?
You don't know any other reason why she'd have gone into the woods then?
No, not at all.
How about this? I have 2 questions. One is kind of a request. Has anyone been out to search for her?
Out in the woods?
Yes.
Short answer, no. Long answer, fuck no.
Okay. Then how about this?
In the nicest possible way, it is quite dangerous out there, and none of us are brave enough.
Well, here's my proposal. The 3 of us and 2 of our other companions are quite capable people. This town, we've been in this town for 2 days, and you saw the crowd outside. They obviously are missing their doctor. They're quite upset that they were told, and they obviously depend on her.
You also saw the reaction, though. None of them wanted to go looking. Not a single suggestion from them.
Yeah.
Not a volunteer.
The gallows cough is a serious threat, or was a serious threat, and she was instrumental to staving off that threat. I wonder if there is some kind of arrangement that could be made for an extraneous force, like ourselves, to go and search on the city guard's behalf.
I mean, you're welcome to go look, but I mean, if you survive getting back, then maybe we talk about reimbursement of you at that point. Because you just going for a wander in the woods with our money, that's not necessarily something that we as a small city guard, or town guard even, could offer out. But yeah, I mean, you're welcome to go looking, and if you find her, then I'm sure that'll settle quite a few nerves.
Okay. What about is it possible for us to draw up a contract of some sort? Or I mean, you don't have to guarantee our safety.
I could have a word with the captain, see if he's happy to put out a reward, say, for finding information. That'd be quite an easy thing, I can imagine.
It'd be greatly appreciated. then that would be put some reassurance on the townsfolk to know that people are out there looking for their doctor.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, I'll go over a word with him. He's got a lot on his plate at the moment, so he probably won't come back with an answer straight away. So feel free to... You will staying at the knocking point, are you?
That's correct, yeah.
Talking of the knocking point, just quickly, Sally. You got any leads on what's happened to their stuff yet?
No, we had a quick search down in the sewers because we think that's the only way they got in and out of the Woodman and Wolf. Is stores in the basement, so it's not like you just creep into a barn, but I don't see there being anything down there either.
So no idea?
No idea. It's magic. That's all we know, magic. So, again, that makes us think witch in the woods, and she's in the woods.
Why would she want a brewery?
I don't know. Get herself pissed.
That's a lot of alcohol, my friend.
Well, yeah. But, she's a whole spiritual thing. Who knows what she wants.
Needs a lot to get drunk.
Yeah, she might be planning something.
Don't say that. That sounds ominous.
Well, that is the worry we're feeling.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have a word with the captain about a reward, maybe. And he'll put up a poster at the front if he thinks it's worth it.
That's greatly appreciated.
No. Thanks for the offer, honestly. Don't know if any of you were around for a drink later. No, that's a stupid thing to ask. I've got to stop getting that out of my...
Oh, no. I mean,
it was quite a good night the other night, wasn't it, Gaius? So,
absolutely. Hey, when there is due time, when all this is down, we would love to have another drink.
That'd be great.
Hey, first round's on this guy, and I'll point to Enkidu.
You know what? I don't mind. Look, were you planning to go have a drink tonight? Like whatever's available there is, just to unwind after work?
Well, I mean, there is very little else to do in the town apart from go drinking, and with the drinking gone, probably just head home to bed.
Fair enough. All right. Thank you for your time, Sully. And I give him a little bow.
No, thank you all. So you all head out.
Cool.
Anon.
Anon. There he is. Anon. At this point, Juna and Gwendellyn, you're making your way across Servelt Square back toward the guardhouse. Jenny the cobbler is sat in front of her shop.
Oh gosh.
She's not disappeared then.
She's not disappeared.
Last one standing.
Grace, what's the name of the lady that's gone missing from the Plenty store again?
Drania Pine.
Thanks.
Grace is having to be forced to remember this every time.
Because I've not remembered it yet, so that's the first time I've said it right.
Well done, mate. Well done.
So yeah, she sat there. She's working on a boot. All right, Juna.
Jenny, have you heard where this Drania Pine's gone?
No, I got no idea.
We've just been over, haven't we, Gwen? We've been over. We can't find her
you
nowhere.
You knocked on the door?
Yeah.
She's not up there.
She's not there.
How was luncheon? I heard you went for luncheon. That was nice.
It could have gone better. I'm not going to lie. It could have gone better.
But she looked so fancy. Did Lord Shrimp not take a nice little liking to that?
He very much did. We got lots of hopes. But
shall I let everyone know to get the bunting out ready for a wedding?
No, I don't think that will be necessary. I think...
Oh, I'll let them know.
No, Jenny,
Another
please.
wedding in town.
Jenny, if we could just keep that to ourselves for the moment, I would really appreciate that.
My lips are sealed, don't you worry.
Jenny, what sort of time do you get up in the morning? Is there any possibility that Drania might have gone out to visit her friend? I know she believed they were quite ill and hadn't seen them for a while. Perhaps that's what's happened.
Oh yeah, she was saying about Chorus because he didn't turn up yesterday, did he? No. Now I didn't see it myself, but then I'm quite a sleeper. I like my mornings having a little sleep, and it's only the noise of everyone getting up and out and about in the marketplace going that it wakes me up. But no, I did not see her, unfortunately. But then nobody else saw her either. So maybe she just got up really early, like you say. Do you think she's gone out to the farmland?
Well, maybe. I'm just trying to work out what could have happened to her. But we have many things to do right now. So Jenny, we'll have to leave. But thank you so much, and do let me know if you hear of her.
Yeah. I mean, there was all that hubbub outside the guardhouse. Do you know what that was about?
What happened outside the guardhouse? Did we know about that?
I don't know.
That's what, just now?
Yeah, it was a whole crowd of people. I couldn't hear them from back here.
Yeah, they're up in arms because the Dr. Hofstadter, gone missing. That's a whole different kettle of fish, though, isn't it?
The doctor's missing?
Yeah, you know that, surely.
No, how long's she been missing for?
We don't know. We've never met her.
Of course, you've only been in town a couple of days, haven't you?
Have you got any views on that?
Oh, I don't know. She was very liked.
I imagine Jenny has many views on many things.
There wasn't anyone that was after her or anything like that. It feels like there was some sort of scupper. No, scrummage.
No, I can't imagine, because she's so essential to the running of the town, isn't she? You know, she's a healer. You can't be getting rid of our only healer. That'd be awful.
Would you know anyone who might want to?
I'm searching the horizon for the boys.
Do you know anyone who might have wanted to get her? Might have wanted to take her place or get rid of her or something like that?
I don't know about getting rid of her. Maybe someone needed her for something and she's had to go on a long journey. That's maybe something that's happened.
Oh dear. You don't know our brother, do you? Kiris, who fell off his horse and died,
that?
or Merida, or no
He
one
fell
like
off
that?
his horse and died.
Yeah, it's true.
No. Oh, poor boy. You know, that happened to a friend of mine. Fell off his horse. He didn't die. He just broke his foot.
Oh.
But
That is very unfortunate.
it's so bad. Like, do you know what? I had to make an all new pair of shoes. Yeah.
Well, lucky for you, you are a cobbler. So that is quite lucky.
It was a pride, just to make it easier for him to walk about, you know.
And the sunset.
Do you know what, Jenny?
This is just about when the boys come round the corner.
sun rises.
As we leave Jenny, can I make a another check like I did
A flower
before?
check. Here we go.
Yeah, go for it.
Did I get to add something, or was it just a?
Your flower proficiency.
Your charisma.
What?
What's it mean?
What is that?
22.
No, there is absolutely
Okay,
no
I can put that
sense
to
to
bed.
Oh
then.
my god.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah. As Enkidu arrives back with the boys, he sees Juna locked in a lively conversation with Jenny. Instead of approaching, he inches around the statue to be out of sight, so he doesn't get dragged in the conversation.
Can I see the rest of them if I can't see Enkidu?
Yeah, you can see, especially as you're like,
I'll
definitely
just we'll run up to save Gwen.
And we just go, oh, Juna,
Oh, hello, boys.
learned some really important information. We gotta go and take you back to the knocking point.
Are you sure you don't want a new pair of shoes, young man?
No, I'm fine.
Oh, this
I'm fine. I'm
really
fine.
sounds
Thank
very
you,
important, Jenny. We'll have to go.
It's really
Orryn,
quite
you must
urgent.
tell us at once.
Oh,
Yeah,
tell us,
we'll-
Orryn.
Nice speaking to you, Jenny. It's been a pleasure as always.
I'll be right here. Whenever you got news, you come tell me.
Well, when you've got news, you tell us.
I mean, to be fair, I've got to tell everyone the doctor's missing, so thank you for that.
I think they know.
All right, see you. Bye, Jenny. Bye. And I'll push, and we're all gently pushing Juna away. So, did you learn any useful information there?
No.
No.
Wow.
and that well is run dry. Okay, right. So
Let's get back to the knocking point. Perhaps go into one of our rooms and make sure that we can get all of this information that we've learnt today and try and tie up some of these ends and try and work out what to do next.
let's do that.
Yeah, I think we've got an idea where we might need to head.
Yeah, so you head back to the knocking point, head upstairs. Iris is grumbling with a few other townsfolk, but you sort of edge your way around them, head upstairs, and bunker down in one of the rooms. Have a little chat. What are the main facts I think that everyone's learned?
Do we just want to go around in a group and say what we've each learnt?
Well, start with Gwendolyn, because
Yeah.
you've got more folly related business.
Right. So, things that I found out, I obviously noticed that there are a lot of things that seemed like they weren't present in the house. It seems like they've sold a lot of these things off. So I feel like they're trying to get a lot of money. That's probably to pay for the folly. Now, the folly itself, underneath, I have found out that there's basically another replica of the manor underneath, some sort of safe house. Apparently, Trimp's mother, Lady Vondel, is worried something bad is going to happen. And I wonder if either the reason things are being stolen are because they need more money, or they are hoarding, panic buying, if you will, and making sure that this underground manor is actually going to keep them sustained for something terrible. The password itself is disaster. I don't know if anybody else found out anything to do with disaster whilst you were there, but perhaps that will be a big clue for us. Or maybe not, but at least we have the password for now until they change it.
Okay. We discovered something interesting at the guard captain's place. So the doctor has been missing for at least a week. They were reluctant to give us any details, and there hasn't been a single search party organised to find her. Orryn asked an interesting question about the missing chemicals from the knocking point and other establishments, and they let slip that they searched the sewers. Think back to the mansion, what we saw when we saw Matrim and his wife appear in the hunter's in the lodge. If there are sewers in this town, and the Vondells are in charge of running this little town, would it not be too much of a stretch to assume that they have access to places within the town without being seen from underneath?
If they're making bunkers under the floor, then they could be doing anything under the floor.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knows where that bunker leads?
I kind of offered our services to the captain. It's up to them to decide if they will allow us. Think it's a good idea for us to search for the doctor in the direction where they suppose she went, and maybe have some reimbursement when we come back. I'm not bothered about the money. It's probably best that these people get their doctor back. The thing about the sewers was interesting. We hadn't thought to check that there were sewers that connect to different parts of the town. I wonder if that's another option for us to explore there.
So sewers is on our list of things to explore, and the woods.
Well, Enkidu, your friend Jasana.
Oh, my friend. Yeah.
She definitely knows more about that doctor than she was letting on.
What?
That's for sure. I asked her about the doctor, and she said she didn't know anything. She said she didn't know anything, but I could tell. I can tell when people's is lying, and she, my friend, was lying. There's something funny to do with that mansion, to do with that doctor, and they're not telling us. And there's also stuff in that manor that they don't want people to know about, don't they, Orryn?
Yeah, there's stuff behind locked doors. There's stuff behind locked doors that we found. There's this weird table thing. Do you remember when we saw it out the window?
Really?
Yeah. And this table, we think, is something to do with predicting the future.
Yeah.
Like, it's something to do with looking into the future.
That certainly makes sense. There was a moment when we were speaking with Lady Vondel, and she did this thing where it looked like she was remembering something, and it really reminded me of the guy, you remember, Crowell, who we met in the woods?
Yeah.
He seemed to be confused about timelines. Lady Vondel did something very similar to the way he was speaking, so perhaps that feeds in even more to this not knowing what's going on with the time.
When did that happen?
It happened whilst we were speaking to her during luncheon.
I sort of pointedly look at Juna.
Juna works very hard not to look at Orryn. Also, in that room, there was a stand for 3 wands, wasn't there, Orryn?
That was bothering me. There was only 2 wands.
2 wands. And there should have been 3.
That reminds me, we stole a ring off Lady Vondel's hand after she fell unconscious.
Pop it out and just like, yeah.
I wondered where that had gone.
Orryn, I know that you have a thing with being able to see magical stuff. Can you determine what this might do?
I already have determined what kind of magic it does.
Okay.
It's enchantment.
Okay, but can you
if I may, Guy, while we're talking about magical things,
yeah,
spotted something magical on you earlier.
Well, you're gonna have to buy me a drink first.
Not possible in this town.
That's true. What are you referring to?
Well, something of slightly dark magic. Necromantic, to be precise.
Okay. Alright, I get what you're looking at. You gave me a bit of an x-ray, tried to see beneath my clothes, and you found out that I've got this bad boy, and I will whip out the wand.
For listeners, Chris has just whipped out an HB pencil that's like the type you would have at primary school.
It's funny that.
I really hope that's what the wand looks like. For reals.
Perfect.
That's what it will look like in the fan art.
Perfect. Very dark, wooded, gnarly, nasty looking stretch little stick essentially, but and
with HB at the end.
Yeah, with HB at the end. And it was basically saying, but long story short, I had a little look around. I went to the same room that you guys is talking about. I saw the table that belonged.
I give Juna another look, like.
This time Juna looks back.
I saw the table that you guys were looking into, and on the table there were these runes that I couldn't quite decipher, but there was some talk of divination and stuff. I don't know much about the magic.
The runes that you picked out were pronouns, like you, me, that kind of thing, and measures of time.
Yeah.
From memory.
So it just confirms I saw exactly what you guys saw.
Yeah, exactly what we saw.
Did you do any travelling?
Orryn just looks anywhere apart from Juna or Guy.
No, not in the room.
You didn't manage to activate it or nothing like that?
I didn't know it was a table you could activate.
Yeah, me neither.
It looked quite a scary piece of furniture, I'm not gonna lie. So I saw it.
It just looked like it could be activated, didn't it, Orryn?
Yeah, that's what we thought. It looked like...
you could
probably
do something with it.
You could use it, if you knew what you were doing with it, you could probably use it to do something with...
I assumed that wasn't clever enough anyway.
We couldn't work it out, though, could we?
No.
Insight check.
Beyond my abilities.
Insight check.
Yeah, I'm seeing right through this as well. I will insight as well.
Yeah.
Do you want me and Juna to roll
Is it
something?
contested, yeah?
I mean, I'm not really...
It depends how you're trying to deceive them. Like, is it a deception thing that you're trying to do, or you're trying to persuade them that... I mean, it's up to you if you want to roll it.
18, by the way.
11.
I mean, either way, it's the same thing for me.
Yeah.
I feel like I've not overly lied, just left stuff out.
Yeah.
I feel like for Juna it's a deception, because she's quite a confident deceiver, like sort of being like, well, no, we couldn't do it. Yeah, like she's trying to cover it up.
Oh no. 6.
What do I need to add? Which one?
If you add deception, Junior, as well.
Then it's an unnatural 20.
Wow.
So, Enkidu and Gaius, like, you can fully read Orryn.
Yeah.
But Juna, for some reason, like, you kind of believe her. With Orryn's, like, just pure innocent face, you're like, okay.
Okay, listen, buddy. Like, we all got secrets. I got secrets too. We all got a life. But what I'm saying is, you don't have to tell me what happened. But just, if it's gonna be useful, tell me now.
Oh, fine. Okay, look, we fiddled with the table, and the blob of silver did something in the middle, and then we left the room.
Then we think it might be the reason that Lady Vondel collapsed.
Yeah, that we might have set something off, and that is why I was asking when it happened, because maybe that's why.
Trimpt did say that his mother had been using her magic a lot, and that her passing out was something to do with magic, so perhaps she's somehow connected to what you touched.
Maybe she went to tomorrow.
Yeah.
What? What are you talking about?
I just look at Juna again.
Tomorrow? What the heck? Well, how about this one then? No one's tried to use it. Oh, Guy, you've not tried to use it, have you?
I think I worked out roughly what it does. It's a useful piece of tool, but it's like nothing like that is like mind blowing. It's like something that could be useful in a fisticuffs, but like not necessarily like, planetary shifting or movements or X, Y, and Z. I think it's it's a utility. It's not nothing big.
What does it do?
It makes basically your opponent feel a bit weaker. Means every time they take a hit at you, then it means like they do less damage or something like that. Yeah, it's a useful little piece of kit to have personally. But, something just feels off to me, gang. Like, we're missing like one final piece, cause like, yeah, we know for the fact that the Lady of the Man is being a weird person. She's linked with all this magic. They don't want us to go into the tower. We just don't know why.
She's got her staff covering stuff up. The kids do.
They've got that book of necromancy out in that gamekeeper's shed, like gamekeeper's living place.
And the person you all met in the woods is Lady Vondel's sister.
Yes.
It seems that she's wandering around in the woods, knocking people out.
So perhaps, and she stole things off you, like food and herbalism things.
Yeah,
so
which was in the gamekeeper's place.
Hoarding, and yes, so they've got the sister who's getting the things which then the gameskeeper is having, and perhaps they're hoarding medical supplies as well as food supplies.
Yeah, because they took all our rations, and they took my medical kit, and they took your herbalist kit, didn't they, Juna?
They did.
DM, would I know if alcohol could be a kind of like catalyst for an alchemical experiment, like
Are you proficient with alchemical tools?
Alchemical
supplies?
No, I'm proficient with history, but my intelligence is shit. So kind of
just make a general intelligence check then.
Okay. 18 minus 1, 17.
Okay. Yeah, like there are certain alcohols that can be. You're not sure whether or not ales would fall into that category. And the kind of brewery that you've sort of seen that Iris had, like it wasn't necessarily spirits and like pure like ethanols and things. It was more for drinking. But yeah, like there are some alcohols that can be used in alchemical concoctions.
Okay.
Chris, what were the words that you found in that room with the disc?
Yeah, I saw some words. I write them down annoyingly. But yeah, will Guy remember?
Yeah.
It looks like Ben's written them down.
Ben has flames, floods, the dead rising, and titans tearing the earth asunder.
Bloody Nora.
And you found that, Gaius, in that room?
I did, and remembered it perfectly.
He then told it to me and I wrote it down.
Yeah, exactly. They are aware of something, and you guys said something about tomorrow, like they might, and they have a connection with Crowl, so they know things about the future.
And Trimpt said that his mother was preparing to protect them from something. Something is coming.
And they've seen into the future, so they know.
So they have a complete replica of their home, so they can live on the ground while this calamity happens to everyone else.
Are we sure they've been selling stuff and they haven't just been moving it downstairs? Maybe that's where all the horses are.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe.
Also, it might mean that they need a doctor, but I am at pains to say we should not run into assumptions.
Or into the manor again.
I think perhaps staying away from the manor until we really need to go back there might be a good idea. I think we've probably got all the information we can, apart from going further into this manor underneath the tower.
That sounds like a nighttime activity to me.
Miss Septhorn, I was about to say the same thing.
So we've got 3 options at the moment.
Yeah.
We go into the woods, try and find the witch.
The witch and the sister.
The witch and the sister and the doctor. They're all 3 people that are in the woods. That
and possibly Drania Pine.
Possibly, yes.
Mm-hmm.
They could all be in there. And at least we'd be able to find some way of getting people medicine to help Mia. We also have the option of going into the sewers, and we also have the option of going back to the tower to find out what else is in there.
Yeah, that seems to be our 3 options. Or the 4th, go somewhere else that isn't here.
Into the woods?
Into the woods. Everything's pointing to the woods.
It feels like there's a lot of different people that are associated with that.
If we enter into those woods and things don't go well, we need to keep pushing forward. Because that's what happened last time. We got a little bit nervous. We met the groundskeeper, and we were like, okay, we'll come back and like speak with the manor people, and that didn't go well. We need to keep pushing forward.
We go deep into the woods.
So we need to be prepared.
Well, yeah, he gave us an indication last time we were in the woods, didn't he? He gave us a shortcut, follow the stream.
And do we trust him?
Exactly. We know he's trying to possibly divert attention away from what he's doing at the mansion with the Vondells.
Yeah.
I think I'm leaning towards, I know, like, I'm happy to be outvoted here, but I'm leaning towards infiltrating the basement. I mean, we have the password now. We know where that surveillance statue is. We can avoid that, get inside, find out the truth.
I'm up for going there.
They're going to be on high alert, though.
Yeah, they're going to be on high alert, as Gwen says. And the other thing is, if they can see into the future, then maybe they know what we're going to do there.
Should we ask them what we should do then?
But the thing is, I don't know if they can see exactly into the future, because they couldn't see us coming. They didn't know who we were.
Well, did they?
Also, it might be that she has to choose what point of the future she goes to, so it's not like she can see everything.
Like, I want to travel 24 hours into the future.
That kind of thing. Exactly that, Orryn.
Well, I mean, I'm torn, because on one hand, we know what the password is, but who knows how long that's going to last.
Yeah.
We know they haven't got the biggest household. They've only got 2 people in the Hunter's Lodge and the kitchen staff. There's not many of them. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the point. Things got rid of.
I just feel like if we go into that house again, there are no more excuses. We are out of excuses. We've broken in one night. We've somehow sort of gotten away with it. I really don't know how. We've turned up the next day. We've been invited in for dinner. Despite some stuff going down, we seem to have got away with that again. One of us has decided to attack one of their servants, and somehow we seem to have got away with that. And I think, to be honest, our excuses are going to have run out at this point. Like, if anything,
forget a few counts of theft as well?
Yes.
Hey, whoa. Hey, no one knew that I stole stuff. So at the moment, it's just missing.
It's missing, and the only people in the house were us.
Juna shoots Gwen a wink.
Look, when you steal stuff, you want to steal stuff in a place where no one knows you've even been.
Oh, quite.
Is that one of your top tips, Orryn?
Yes.
I'll give him the approving wink.
The other thing here that is bothering me on the inside is if they're preparing for something terrible to happen, what is it that's terrible that's going to happen?
Us.
Look, I wonder if it's just a simple thing. Is that all options are bad, but which one are we going to gain the most out of? So, do we go to the woods, where we think we'll get more answers? Or do we go to the tower, where we think we'll get more answers? Do we go to the sewers, where we think we'll get more answers? Which one do we think we'll get more answers of? All options are bad. We're in a really weird place at the moment, but all you can do when you're stuck in the corner is fight your way out. So which way is going to be the best chance of us working out what's going on?
Okay. Should we take a vote?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, let's do that. Let's be democratic. It's a good idea. Orryn, what's your vote?
Woods.
Juna.
Basement.
Gwen.
Woods.
Enkidu.
Basement.
So I have the deciding vote. Fuck you all.
Guy, sewers.
I say go for broke. Let's go for that tower.
Yeah, I actually think the tower as well. Think about it. The doctor was heading to the woods, but according to Miss Septhorn, Jasana was lying about not knowing where she went. And think about it. We were in the woods. We're knocked out by Mets. So they have some way of getting to the woods and back to the manor without anyone seeing them.
It's where a lot of answers might be.
But we also saw the gameskeeper walking back from the woods.
Yeah, because he teleported there in the first place, and we saw him. He's not going to teleport back in front of us. He's going to walk back.
I mean, I could be persuaded to go to the woods, but we voted, so you might as well go to the basement now, right?
Yep, let's do it.
Please, can we not attack any elderly people again, though, unless they're really asking for it?
Oh, we are going in there stealthily. No one will know we are going in, and no one will know we are going out. And that is the paramount.
Oh, well, I better tell you all that when we get in there, there's an alarm stone in the first sitting room, so do not set that off. Perhaps don't go into the first sitting room.
I didn't think we were going in the house at all.
What's underground is basically the same as the manor. It's like the whole manor copied and put underground. There's even daylight.
What?
It's as if you're walking into the house on the ground with daylight.
Hang on, this is new information.
That just might be like some magic.
Okay,
so
fine.
Let's get going. Let's get preparing.
Yeah,
and
I'm sure it's magic. It's not real daylight.
Maybe we should go tonight because she's gonna notice her shit is gone. So I'm cracking up.
Baby David.
Yeah.
Do I know about magic that makes daylight?
Make an Arcana check.
Cough, cough, daylight spell.
Cough, cough, daylight spell. That is another non-natural 20.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
Yes. There are, obviously, very instant spells that can do things like you're setting things to turn into little torches.
Yeah.
That's one method of it, but you are aware of, installation lights.
Yeah.
That it just gets the ambience of light in certain locations that wouldn't necessarily have it. It is quite useful in arcane agriculture.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
For getting plants growing deep underground where it's a little bit warmer perhaps than snowy landscapes, etc.
Okay, yeah. So I've seen sort of daylight stuff used in the past. Yeah.
Hello to you, our wonderful listeners. Thank you for tuning in once again to No Small Roles. As our party prepare for the evening's excursion, I'm just jumping in with news on our beginner's guide to D&D. For those of you amongst our listeners who are newer to the world of Dungeons & Dragons, we'll be releasing our beginner's guide as a bonus episode this week. Huzzah! I hear you cry from a distance, so do listen out for that. Our official character art is shaping up beautifully, and we cannot wait to share Sophia Murphy's fabulous work with you all. If you haven't already, do check her out on Instagram at Sophia_comicart. As usual, you can follow us on Instagram and Twitter at No Small Roles, and find us on Facebook by searching No Small Roles. Roll spelt ROLLS. We love hearing from you, so let us know what you think about the show and do send us any questions you may have. If you're enjoying the podcast so far, please do leave us a positive review and rating on iTunes. We really appreciate you joining us on our adventure, for giving us your time in uncertain times. So from the whole of the No Small Roles cast, we're sending you big love and big rolls. That's all from me for now. Let's get you back to the knocking point.
So yeah, you all are you all going to rest up before you head out, or are you just going to? Because by this point it's getting to about sort of 7, 8 in the evening. By the time you come back, had a big old chat about everything.
I don't particularly need to rest up.
No.
Do we want to wait until it's, in the very dead of night, perhaps 1 o'clock in the morning or something, when we know that the house should be fast asleep, or we hope anyway?
Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Right.
Yeah, let's do it.
Get some rest until then?
That's it. Yes.
Yeah.
Gwendolyn is going to go and punch some things in the whatchamacallit, where the brewery was. If Iris will let Gwendolyn, she's going to go punch some stuff.
Yeah. He seems quite distracted actually, and even as you go back downstairs to sort of wander through, more people have gathered in the tavern. And there does seem to be a general hubbub of annoyance and like complete lack of not respect, a loss of confidence in the local guard. Like there's like a little private town meeting essentially going on. But as you sort of like approach Iris, he like nods you through and just goes like, yeah, go for it, do what you want, before like diving back into a conversation.
Enkidu's gonna go and try to chat to Juna. Yeah.
Oh, hello, Enkidu. You're not having a little rest then?
I will do. I will have a little meditate before we go, but I was wondering if you've seen Gwen in this state of mind previously. What you would do if you were to try to remedy that somehow.
What state of mind do you mean?
She looked quite frustrated, understandably. After we left the manor, I am fully aware of what I did and what she had achieved.
She's got hot blood sometimes, but she knows where to put it. She may seem like she's a bit of a princess, but she's not. She's had a hard life. She's learnt lots of lessons, and she doesn't like being judged. And I think she felt let down by us all today, Enkidu, if I'm being honest. So my advice is let her do her thing and apologise when she's calmed down. She'll be all right. She's a good lady. You got to treat her well, but she knows what she's doing.
He sighs out a lot and he says, I will choose to trust entirely in your wisdom. I'll give her a little bow and I'll go to my room.
Enkidu?
Yes?
You're a good one too. You know what you're doing. Don't forget that.
His throat gets a bit tight. Thank you. He strangles it out and he goes and opens and shuts the door.
Yeah, the night goes on. Iris is a bit distracted to bring you up food, but if any of you go ask, he just like lets you into the kitchen to like help yourself to whatever's there.
Wow. And
you all have a little bit of a doze, a bit of a sleep. Some of you chat to each other, but it gets to about 2, maybe 2:30 in the morning. Are you all ready? Do you all head out to the manor?
Yeah. So Orryn spends a little bit of time just finessing his goggles downstairs at some point, just getting them ready for the night.
Enkidu tries to still his mind, check to make sure that things are running on the parallel track.
Yep. You all head out. Can everyone make a stealth check as you're making your way to the manor?
Sorry, quick recall. Can I just do a little song of rest for myself if we're spending a little bit of time just to get that spell slot back? So I'll just be plucking away.
I mean, yeah, by the time it takes for you all to head out again, like you would have earned the benefits of a long rest anyway.
Okay, cool.
Ooh, okay.
So stealth check. What did you all get?
Oh my gosh.
11.
13.
Ooh.
19.
23.
Snap. 23.
Nice.
So everyone is working at a good level. Last time, Orryn just got you all in being the sneakiest, and this time Gaius is like, I'm not having that.
Yeah.
So, almost like foot for foot through different streets, Gaius and Orryn are like keeping pace with each other, and you can just about make each other out as you're getting to the manor. But like you know for a fact that nobody else can see the two of you as you're sort of like dancing through the shadows. You make your way over the bridge. Which way are you getting into the estate?
Probably the same way we went in the other night.
Yeah.
Over the
Over the wall.
Over the vines.
Yeah.
Yep. So you head up round the north end, climb over that quite easily. and drop down. Now you're on the north side, and the folly is in the southeast corner. So essentially, you've got to get past the Hunter's Lodge and the stables before you reach the folly, going clockwise.
Okay, so we're going straight to it again, right?
Yeah.
Do we have a marching order, or are we just like going together?
You're sort of in like a very loose group as you're all trying to keep yourselves hidden, like going tree to tree as opposed to like in a line.
Okay, cool.
That's what I'm imagining. But yeah, if
Just
everyone...
gonna do a slight aside that Orryn's wearing his goggles throughout, which you would notice now glow with a very slight sort of arcane orange glow, allowing him to see in the dark.
Cool.
Nice.
Problem solved.
So, everyone make another stealth check to see if you can get round to the folly.
Oh my gosh.
What, Darrel?
7.
Oh.
24.
24. Gaius has become shadow.
Yeah, he's good. 17.
22.
22. Gaius has just picked you. Like, he thought you were keeping pace, and then suddenly he's gone, and you don't
Orryn's
know where.
furious.
Gwendolyn, what'd you get?
14.
So, with the average roll being so high, even with Enkidu 7, like, basically there's a moment where Enkidu finds himself not near anyone, in the middle of a clearing, with a clear view of the Hunter's Lodge. And you just have, like, a brief panic where you don't move. You're like, I can be seen. I can... But there's no lights on in the Hunter's Lodge. You can't see any lights on in the house either. And, like, moments later, Gaius is next to you, just, like, hurrying you along.
Let's go. Sorry, it's distracted. Sorry.
So all of you make your way right the way round to the folly. You're fairly certain that this time it's been an expert infiltration. It's been brilliant. You're kind of a little bit proud of yourselves at this point. But you make your way to the folly. Who's going for the bricks and opening it and all the rest?
Leave that to Gwen, maybe.
When would you like to do it?
Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll do all the opening up and everything.
Cool. So you find the brick, you press it, turn it, the little tiles slide open beside the dragon.
I'm going to wait at the top of the stairs till I know that the door actually works and is going to open and is not going to flame grill us again.
Cool. Who's gonna head down the stairs?
I will.
Me too. I'm going to go with Gwen.
Yeah, I'll go with Gwen.
I'm going to wait with Orryn.
Orryn just fingers the pouch with the bees nervously in case.
I've drawn my scimitar. It's ready.
Cool, so are you all stood at the top of the stairs?
Yeah.
Or, like, in the way of the dragon, or, like, to the side of the dragon,
To
essentially?
the side of the dragon.
Side of the dragon, and then Gwendolyn and Gaius have gone down.
And Juna.
And Juna.
As I steady myself ready to say the password, because I'm really not sure what will happen, if it's been reset or what, I kind of squeeze Juna's hand.
And Juna squeezes it back and gives her guidance.
Ooh.
So you got a D4 when you want it.
Thank you. And Gwendolyn says, disaster.
Can Juna, Gwendolyn, and Gaius make a dexterity saving throw?
Oh no.
Oh, good.
Sweet Jesus.
Oh no, I don't get advantage. I forgot what I got. Oh, not good for me.
I'm so glad I waited at the top of the stairs.
I'm going to use my guidance as well, just for extra. 18.
9.
5.
Okay. Cool. So the dragon breathes to life. Like, turns around, looks straight down the stairs, and Orryn, you see it's almost like a little grill or something underneath, like little slats in its mouth that you didn't notice before, quite hidden by all of the moss. They light up blue. Clearly there's some kind of engine or arcane power just under there. But this dragon just... and this freezing cold blast, it's straight down the stairs, hitting all three of you at the bottom. Juna and Gaius, you both take 14 points of cold damage, and Gwendolyn, you take 7.
Fuck.
Juna looks so bad. Like she is about to keel over. Yeah. She's just like on her stick, leaning like...
And this dragon is just, again, it's as it was the previous night, it's just slowly breathing. This time it's just got like very like cold wisps coming out of its mouth.
Baby David, having seen the grill, can I see any way to try and like disable the dragon itself?
Make a quick investigation check.
Can I help him as I'm next to him?
Yeah, with Orryn's guide, sort of direction, you can do that with advantage, Orryn. The three of you at the bottom of the stairs, what are you doing?
I grab Juna and I look to Gaius and I say, Gaius, can you help her?
I will grab shakingly because I am looking equally terrible.
Before you do this, can I cast Cure Wounds on myself? Before, like... Yeah. I'll go, no, because I think, like, she wouldn't want you to use your spells if I can do it myself. Hold myself on my shoulder as much as I can and cast Cure Wounds on myself. So it's 1d8 plus 4.
And kind of having seen Juna first, I am then realising that Gaius is also just as ill and I can't do anything about it.
Oh, are you just as bad, Guy?
Yeah, but I'm already starting to play just like a few chords. Oh my god. Yeah.
Orryn, what's your investigation check?
19 to investigate the dragon.
19. So as you're moving around the bottom plinth, whilst there are it's like vents around the bottom, you get the impression that the peering in, that the activation and the access is actually from completely beneath it. So from where you are, you might be able to jam something in there to stop whatever arcane energy is going on, but you couldn't stop it completely from where you are.
Yeah, it's too well protected.
Gaius, are you healing yourself?
Yeah.
How much for?
I've healed myself at 4.
4. Okay. A little bit of something.
So I'm up to 5.
Jeez.
Nice.
Oh my gosh.
Enough that you feel you can walk out.
Do you need some more, Guy?
Yeah, definitely. But right now I need to know if we're going to be okay.
How's it going with the door and the dragon?
Okay, I can't stop the dragon. It's inside. If this is your father's workings, Gwen, it's well protected. I can't do anything from outside about this dragon. If you get the password wrong, I can't see that I can stop it.
But there's no other possibility of passwords. I think we need to get out of here.
Yeah. I think you might be right.
That's a good idea.
Guy, you do not look good on my Zoom screen. So Juna's going to put her hand on his shoulder and just sort of kind of put the amethyst orb in front of his face and cast Cure Wounds on Gaius. 4.
As Juna, as you're doing that, and Orryn, you're stood looking into the vent, you see it start to power up again.
Oh my god.
Okay. Get out of there.
So first of all, 9 hit points for Gaius.
Get out of there.
And yeah,
this time it's a slightly green energy, but as you've turned to heal Gaius, and then all three of you start running up the stairs, can you all make another dexterity saving throw, please? Juna, Gwendolyn, and Gaius.
Dexterity, is it?
Yep.
I got a natural 1.
Oh no.
So I trip over as I'm running up the stairs.
Who would you like to trip with you?
Oh fuck, don't make me choose that.
With a natural 1.
I'm sorry, Gaius. I can't take Juna down. I've got to take you down with me.
Yeah, that's okay. I got a 17, so I was doing okay.
You were doing alright, and just as Gwendolyn's tripped in front of you poof. Juna, what did you get as well?
8.
8. Oh. So all three of you take 14 points of poison damage.
14 points of poison damage.
14.
As it enters Juna's system, she just falls limp like a rag doll and just cascades down the stairs in a heap of stick and cloth and sag.
So all 3 of them are out.
I bounce back up to 1 hit point.
Oh.
Whoa.
Whoa.
And you see Gaius grab at the wall, and his hand slides down. The rest of him slides down as he falls down the stairs as well, unconscious.
This is absolutely terrible.
Yeah, and most of the stairway, this whole cloud of poisonous gas that's been blasted down to the 3 of them. Most of that poison is still just sort of hanging in the air in front of the door. So Juna and Gaius have sort of collapsed where they are, sort of fallen down a few steps. Gwendolyn has gotten up enough that she's starting to pull herself up the steps, but from Enkidu and Orryn's point of view, you can see that she's still very much in that poison gas.
Gwen is as well.
I have no energy, but I'm trying to drag Juna with me as well.
Gosh. DPK.
I'm going to. Enkidu, you got any bright ideas, mate?
What if we just try and destroy the statue? We can't jump in front of it, would get blasted. There's poison gas.
So they're in the poison.
What if there's a chance the magic could stop if we destroy the statue.
It's worth a go, and I'm just going to grab the statue with my gloves of electrical shocking grasp and ram as many volts of electricity as I can through the statue. I don't know if I'm about to make this worse.
Yeah, I want to Eldritch Blast the thing.
Yeah, make an attack roll as well.
12 for me.
At my charisma, so that's a 17.
17. So the 12 does not hit, unfortunately. Like you see this for the shocking grasp. You see, you just have a panic that you're not sure whether or not it was your design or whether or not it was some protection around the dragon. But like as you cast the lightning through your hands and through your little contraption, it just seems to like ping off into the air around it. It doesn't seem to like land on the statue. The 17, however, this green bolt like completely knocks into one of the dragon's wings. Roll your damage.
That's 8 plus my charisma because of thingy. 11 points of force damage, is it?
Yeah, it's force damage.
Yeah.
Nice. Gwendolyn, as you're still in the smoke, can you make a quick Constitution saving throw, please?
Whatever that noise was so ominous.
It's a dice roll of death. A death knell.
Sorry, what was it? Constitution saving?
Constitution.
17.
17. Okay, so you like just hold your breath enough that you like manage to pull yourself to the top of the stairs. As you do and roll out of the way, the dragon starts powering up again.
Okay.
You're no longer in its line of attack.
I'm assuming I wasn't able to bring Juna with me then.
Actually, that'll be up to you. So you'd still be on the stairs if you had her. So it's up to you whether or not you want to roll out of the way and leave her in its path, or take the damage too.
Can I say that I didn't drag her up?
Yeah, absolutely. So
How is she gonna not die?
you can you drag her a little bit of the way.
Yeah.
See that it's doing its thing, and just like leave her where she is, and like get up through those.
Cool. Yeah, I do that.
Yeah. Obviously, Gaius and Juna, unfortunately, you can't make a dexterity saving throw as you're unconscious. So you both take lightning damage as this thing powers up and breathes out this absolute dark bolt of lightning energy into the stairwell, and it's bouncing off all of the metal walls on the way down. You both, that's one death save.
How much damage does it do?
It'd be 14 fire damage, but it doesn't matter at this point because you're unconscious.
So does that mean we just fail a death save?
One death save, and now if you could both roll a death save as well.
Oh my god!
This is tense, yo.
Oh, 11. That's a success, right?
That's a pass.
11 is a success, yeah?
5.
Oh god!
5, that's one.
Oh my gosh.
Orryn and Enkidu, what you doing? Gwendolyn's managed to pull herself up and out of the way.
Can I fiddle with my leg brace and kind of turbocharge it?
It sounds like such a euphemism.
Brilliant.
I don't know.
This is a new spell. I'm making up how it works for Orryn. Because I've not used it before. So I'm going to sort of like turbocharge the leg brace, essentially. Okay. I'm casting Expeditious Retreat on myself in a mechanical sense, which lets me cast it as a bonus action. Essentially, when you cast this spell, and then as a bonus action on each of your subsequent turns until it ends, I can use my bonus action to dash. So I can dash immediately, and so can I dash down into the stairwell?
Yeah, it's only 15 feet down to the bottom.
Okay, and attempt to drag... I'm assuming I'm only going to be able to drag one of them out. But can I attempt to drag one of them out?
Yeah, who would you like to save?
I'm going to roll because I can't. I rolled and I hadn't decided what I meant. 1 to 3, I'm going to try and pull out Juna. 4 to 6, I'm going to try and pull out Guy.
Cool.
Trying to pull out Guy.
Cool. So, yeah, you've got 60 feet altogether.
Yeah.
Be 15 feet down and then 30 feet back up to the top with Gaius. So, yeah, you've got more than enough movement to get down and back up to, like, pull him out of the way. Enkidu, what are you doing?
I'm going to try and hit it with another Eldritch Blast. How did it look? How does it, I mean, like, is the chips falling off?
It didn't look incredibly damaged. Like, there was, like, bits of the stonework, like, being blasted off. But it still looks fairly active.
Is there still poison down in front of us?
The cloud seems to have dispersed with that lightning cloud.
Okay. And how far is Juna away from me?
About 15 feet.
And if I try to drag her back, that's half that movement to come back, isn't it? Mm-hmm. So if I went down to get her, try to dash with her.
You'd be caught in the
I'd be caught in
blast before you got back up. And Gwendolyn is also she's pulled herself up onto the tiles.
Do I have anything to heal Gwen with? I'm just going to try and hit it with another Eldritch Blast to see if I can just destroy it somehow.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Natural 20.
Yes.
Oh my god, we needed that.
So I'll roll damage once and then double the result, right?
That's right.
Can anyone feel their breathing and their heartbeat in their throat right now? Because that's what I can.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I am breathing.
I have no breath.
I'm just
Both in game and out of game.
Got guy on the floor, 2 death saves failed.
Pardon?
What?
I don't even know anymore.
English is out of it. Breathing's out of it.
We've got Juna just stuck in a stairwell.
Enkidu, what was the dice damage?
I rolled a 4, so I double that to 8 and then add my charisma because of the feature.
That's right.
So, that's another 11 points of force damage.
Nice.
Yeah,
it's still you blast it in a similar spot, and more stones seems to be flaking off, and there's a bit of a crack forming at that place. But the rest of the statue still looks fairly unharmed, because obviously it is as you're sort of looking at it, trying to find a good spot that's a weakness. You get the impression that this thing is actually built to be an incredibly sturdy cannon almost, even though it looks just like a statue. You know it's much more than that. It starts powering up again. So, Juna, you take 14 points of fire damage as this red glow comes through the vents, and this whole thing breathes out this horrible heat. That's one more death saving throw.
So I've failed 2.
Oh no.
That's 2. Then Juna and Guy, if you could both make death saves.
Here we go. Juna dies.
Oh, and Gaius?
Gaius dead as well.
Oh no.
What the
I rolled a 7.
Oh my gosh.
No!
No. Oh my gosh.
So, Juna's dead at the bottom of the stairs. Orryn, as you've pulled Gaius up, you can just see that through the poison and this frostbite that's covered him, he's got electrical burns running across his body as well. You can just see him get his ragged breath getting. In your last moment, Gaius, do you want to try and say anything, as you can or do anything as your?
I think he just goes. Oh.
At the moment.
In case that laugh doesn't get cut. Somebody decided to take a photo.
Like a screenshot.
At that point.
Everybody just looks so tense.
We're not laughing because of Gaius.
Everyone looks over at Gwendolyn with her phone out
No.
Oh my gosh.
So sorry. Go back to that. Redo that bit.
If I can retcon that, I guess he will say one thing. He'll just be like, "Run."
And he dies. Juna at the bottom of the stairs. I suppose with Orryn being so fast, my assumption is that you're going to go running.
Immediately, as soon as I've brought Gaius safely to the top, within the context of a round or whatever in D&D, I'm immediately running back down to get Juna.
So, Juna, your last moments are essentially that you see an incredibly fast blur of Orryn running towards you, having just been roasted to a crisp. So yeah, I'll let you have a brief moment as he arrives at your body, whether you want to do anything.
It's our secret.
Cool. So Orryn...
It's not cool.
Grabs Juna's body.
It's not cool. None of this is cool.
There's a lot of orchestral music playing in my head.
Yeah, enjoy composing this, David.
It's been fun, everyone. I enjoyed playing. No small roles with you. If you want to fire me as DM, I completely understand.
It's the game.
No, Orryn. So Orryn, you managed to grab Juna and you run her back up to the
dragging
top.
her up. And before I've even got up to the top, I'm pulling out the Cure Wounds bees from their pouch on my sort of bandolier and just putting them to Juna, desperately trying to do something. I'm spending the spell slot. So
Yeah. The bees sort of dart about, and they do this scurry all over, and she's covered in frostbite and burns and lightning scars, and but there's nothing to heal, unfortunately. They sort of scurry about, and even though they do start knitting flesh together, she's unfortunately lifeless.
In a mad moment of panic and mind flashing back to a similar time where people dear have left his life, Enkidu thinks in a mad moment, the ring, where's the ring? And I'm frantically searching Gaius' pockets for Lady Vondel's ring.
Were you wearing it, Gaius?
I had it in my pocket, yeah, so he would find it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So you pull that out. As you're doing that, Gwendolyn, as you're lying there trying to catch your own breath, obviously you can just see Juna sort of lifeless, and Orryn's trying his best, and you can see his little bees dying all over her, and he's panic trying to do everything that he can. What are you going to do?
Help her. Please help her.
I've tried.
Enkidu puts the ring on, and again, this is either really cheap or really stupid. He's gonna again just try and focus inside and just desperately pray to whoever or whatever is inside and say, I need you. I need all of you. Some of you, one of you, all of you. So badly right now. I'm lost. I'm so utterly lost. And I've messed this up. Please don't let my mistake take the lives of people who just didn't deserve this. Just please. Anything.
Make a quick charisma throw for me.
Natural 20.
Oh my god.
I can even...
Ever there was a time.
I know. I can just... look, I can...
As there's this moment of absolute pure connection with your patron, who exactly are you hoping to help?
I can't decide. Oh my god. I can't decide.
Who's got a coin?
No, this is D&D. I'll roll a D6. Oh, D6? No, D4. I'll roll a D4. This is only 2 people.
Yeah, there's only the four of them that you'd be wanting to talk to.
Wait, is this for my patron or not for Guy or...
oh, right. No, I'm meaning, like, which of your patrons...
Oh my god, dude!
Oh,
my
yeah,
gosh.
that did not translate.
Sorry.
We were all taking that very differently.
Very differently. I apologise, everybody.
That was the voice of gods pointing at two dead bodies on the floor saying, one of them lives, which one do you want to live?
Which of your patrons are you
was
with
sat
the
there
natural
with
20?
his notebook on his head like a hat.
Yeah, I know exactly which patron I want to ask for help. Which one?
Cool. If you, as you're like getting this complete inner sense, and like for one of the very few times that, as you're trying to learn about this whole thing, you know that you can almost call on one of them to help you, but you have to name them.
Out loud?
Internally, if you need to, but at least I need to know.
Oh, right, yeah.
Do you want us to take headphones off so the audience can enjoy the
okay.
reveal? So headphones off from us.
So if as you've got this complete connection with the space inside of you and the patrons that are there, the multiple patrons that are there, you get the complete sense that if you could name one of them, they'd offer something more.
I choose light.
And as you're sat there, the others, obviously there's the bodies of Gaius and Juna on the floor, Gwendolyn like sort of crawling her way over, Orryn struggling at Juna's body. As you just like internally call for light, they just appear. They almost like take a step forward out of you. And for the first time in a long time, you see them for all of their glory. And the others don't seem to react. Orryn and Gwendolyn don't seem to react at all. So this is clearly something that only you are bearing witness to. But light turns, what do they look like?
Shoulder-length golden hair. They have white eyes, no pupils or irises. They're pretty tall, about 6 foot. Slim build. They kind of have like pale, almost like kind of grey skin. Kind of like almond-shaped eyes, like a kind of button kind of nose, thin lips, kind smile, long robe, and boots, and kind of trousers similar to mine, kind of flared, but quite simple, quite graceful.
They sort of, as I said, they sort of stepped out of you, and they turn, and it's sort of a wordless smile back, a really gentle touch of your cheek, and then looking back across the chaos, they just walk over to Gwendellyn, and whilst you're not hearing their voice, you do understand almost what they mean in this, is that out of everyone there, the only person they can help anymore is Gwendellyn.
Okay.
So, there is some acceptance and some understanding. It's awful, but they sort of kneel down next to her and just sort of embrace her, and then vanish. Headphones back on, everyone.
So the ring didn't do anything.
The ring didn't do anything, but as Orryn and Gwendellyn are there, Gwendellyn, you get this very warming sense, like you've just been scooped up in a big hug, like a huge, loving, warm, healing hug, and you get 10 more hit points.
What? Okay.
You're still not sure entirely what's happened, what the situation is. Obviously, Juna and Gaius are unfortunately still dead, but you feel healed.
Can we take them somewhere? Can we do something? Can we use that book in the lodge? Maybe we can bring them back some other way.
No way.
Orryn would like to remove the hammer from his belt and just start railing on the dragon.
Cool, go for it. As sort of this dragon, as all of you are out of the stairwells, does seem to have powered down a little bit. So you just start whacking away at it, chipping away. I won't make you roll for attacks and damage and stuff, because it'll just be a constant barrage of attacks against this thing. But you know that essentially it has been activated, and as you're railing against it, Enkidu, you do get the sense that you are still in danger. Not necessarily from this dragon anymore, but from anybody else in the house who knows that it was activated.
I gather myself to my feet, and I just gently grab Orryn's shoulders and say, "We have to go. This won't help them. We need to go."
But the book, as Gwen said, what about the book?
We would die before we found it. We need to leave.
I tried to pick up Juna to bring her body with us.
Yeah.
I'll go and pick up Guy.
I'll help Gwen with Juna.
Which direction are you heading? Are you going to go for the vines or straight out the front gate?
Not the fucking gate again.
Well, we can't lift them up over the wall. That will take too long.
Whichever we think is going to be fastest.
The gate.
The gate's closer.
The gate.
I mean, they would know we're here because the dragon got activated. So.
Yeah. Okay.
Just for the gate.
Cool. So you all edge around the southern edge of the house, head toward the gate, just push it open as you sort of carry your friends out into the night. What are you doing with them? Where are you going?
To the woods. I don't know where we should go. Gwendolyn's in absolute shock.
We can't stay in town. I said it earlier. We can't be in this town. We shouldn't have been in this town. We shouldn't have been in this town. We shouldn't have been in this manor.
The cover of darkness before the sun comes up.
To the woods.
The woods.
So you all head out into the woods. Takes you probably about an hour to get there, to the edge. As you do, on that side of the river, you pass a graveyard. Almost just to rub it in a little bit. There's the shrouded chapel is just there. So you pass this graveyard full of memorials, and there's a temple in the center of it, and just adorning the top of the temple as you carry your friends past is an idol of the Shrouded Lady. She's known as the god of life and death. It's almost like this Grim Reaper-esque woman, just with one hand out, reaching to the two of you with these beautiful black wings behind her. And you're not sure whether or not she's gesturing you to come forwards, or she's offering condolences as you pass.
Seeing the Shrouded Lady, that Orryn, who I don't think has a religious bone in his body, just kind of in his head utters a kind of a desperate prayer, I guess, to her. It's going, "This is stupid, because I don't even believe in this nonsense, but if you can help us."
Make a wisdom check.
Just plain wisdom?
Just plain wisdom.
5.
So you don't get any response. There's no outward sign of anything. There's not even a sense of comfort beyond the fact that you've said this prayer, so you hope somebody hears you.
He just thinks to himself, "Oh, seeing you is stupid."
But you carry on out into the woods, You keep walking until you find yourself in a comfortable enough spot to stop, far enough from the town. Lay Juna and Gaius' bodies down. The sun is starting to rise by this point, so you're all exhausted. What do you do for the morning? How long are you there for?
Ages. Just ages.
Gwendolyn's just exhausted from sobbing and from railing against the gods. And she's just searching her mind, just thinking that if we could just get to the witch, maybe the witch could do something. And so once she's kind of cried all the tears she can cry, she wants to press on. She says, can we find the witch? Can we find anyone?
Or the doctor. Doctor might be able to help. I don't know.
Enkidu's looking for a remote spot in the forest. One that's isolated, touched by the sun. And he's looking for a place to bury Guy and Juna. Please.
So, yeah, are you gonna... The directions you were given for the witch were that she lived in a bog to the north, if you follow the stream. And actually, heading into the woods, you have kept close to the river. So if you were to follow it, you think that that's probably what Matrim meant. But you also said it would take a day and a half to get there. Is that the plan?
We haven't spoken to each other yet. What do you want to do? The two of you.
It's too soon. Both of them have too much to do. So we do what we can for them.
Yeah. Until there's no hope left.
Yes. Are you with us, Enkidu?
Of course. Of course I am.
So in this horrible emotion, you will pick up the bodies and you carry on walking for hours, 1, 2, 3, following the river, climbing over exposed roots, pushing your way through thick bush, the whole time being incredibly careful of Juna's very small body, and Gaius and his loot. You've tried to keep him as, like, whilst you're being, I know this sounds weird, you're probably being less careful with Guy. Like, he is heavier, so you're having to be that little extra bit careful with him. He's being passed between Enkidu and Gwendolyn much more, so that Orryn can take Juna for every bit of the way. You have to stop quite often, because again, carrying two bodies through the woods is exhausting.
Orryn, I think, is just sometimes, even though she can't hear, just talking to Juna when he's left slightly by himself. Just about twain tides, just about twain tide tea, and about, you know, what he's seeing in the woods, and just nonsense. But
as you're having one of these moments, Orryn, as you're walking along, chatting to Juna, you realise about 24 hours ago you activated that table. Actually, it's exactly 24 hours ago. And you blink, and you are stood at the divination table.
Fuck you. No. No.
Oh my god!
What? What?
Oh, you bastard!
My housemates are trying to sleep. I'm trying not to scream right now. What the hell? What? What?
This is why I've been smiling the whole time you were dying. I'm so sorry.
Oh my god.
I thought we were going to have to stop being friends.
Crying.
So,
oh my gosh.
You blink, Orryn, and you are stood at this table, and Juna is there pointing out the runes that you need to do to activate it. And
oh my god.
You're blinking and you're staring at her.
So maybe you just need to get this rune and this rune.
Orryn throws up.
Orryn, what's
on
wrong? You look very funny, Orryn. Are you alright?
Nope.
Do you still want to do this?
No.
Alright.
Nope.
Shall we go and check behind another door instead?
He just hugs Juna.
Oh!
So hard.
Where's that come from? Silly Billy.
Are you here? Are you real? Does she feel real?
She feels very real, yeah. Everything feels real. In fact, as you start thinking back about everything that's happened over the past 24 hours, Enkidu punching Juzana, all of the stuff with the guards and talking to Jenny and like preparing yourselves for this evening. Obviously your friend's dying. That starts feeling more and more like a dream.
So are we going to set this for tomorrow, or should we just go check out another door, or are we just going to do what we're told? We're not those people, Orryn, are we?
No, we're not. We've got some food to deliver. Come on, let's stop messing around with the table and go and deliver some food.
I still don't quite get why one of those wands is missing.
And that's where we'll pick it up next time.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Jeez Louise.
Oh my god.
Is everybody okay?
No.
No.
What the fuck?
You be playing with C in the future. I'm gonna show you what the future looks like.
I have so many questions.
Oh my god.
I love you, David.
You have been listening to David Knight as your Dungeon Master, Ben Galpin as Orryn, Chris Watts as Gaius, Darrel Bailey as Enkidu, Grace Kelly Miller as Gwendellyn, and Vicky Gaskin as Juna. Original music by David Knight. Please tell your friends, subscribe and follow us on all the social medias. Thank you for listening to No Small Roles. Anon for now.